Happy New Year to all of you. I am just delighted that on this first day of 2019 you have all chosen yourselves and chosen the beginning, the new beginning energy of this brand new year to open to what more is possible for you to be, do, have, and create. I thank you also for choosing to spend this time with me experiencing the 2019 new beginnings with the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. I've been preparing with the universe for a couple of weeks now in order to deliver this free call to all of you, and it is going to be so fun. So thank you for being here. So let me just introduce the background to everything that we're doing here today and all that's happening. 2019 is a 3-year in numerology, and this means that it's all about creative expression, relationships, inspiration, social interaction, and optimism. It also aligns itself with diplomacy. I'd like to see a little bit more of that here in the U.S. Tolerance, more of that too. And inclusiveness, yes, more of all of this would be delightful. Energetically, 2019 is a year of new beginnings. For the past 7 years, so from around 2012 through the end of 2018, we've been in a cycle of clearing and releasing. And the cycle beginning anew today is that of elevation and ascension, of brand new beginnings. So the energy of this up-leveling elevation carries a lot of momentum of the energy of moving forward to support you in doing just that. So what you have been doing in 2018 that felt so arduous, and I can really affirm this, so much of what I've achieved and accomplished and moved through in 2019 was a great arduous effort, with great arduous effort. It took a lot of energy at times to just do what I do every day. So we're moving out of that, moving totally out of that energy and that intense 7-year cycle. A lot of you have been facing ends and major shifts in your life in areas where you've been struggling to maintain or make things work without much success or result. If this is you, then 2019 is going to support you in finishing up making these shifts and will provide the energy necessary to finally be done with the pain, discomfort, and all that efforting of where you've been, so that you can move forward with ease and grace to open to and create this much needed change with great power and purpose. That's the promise of the energy of 2019. If you are in the other camp that's already been tapping into and experiencing clearing, releasing, and up-leveling, you've already begun tapping into the exciting energy of these new beginnings. And this new 7-year cycle beginning with 2019 is going to open you to the experience of greater change, of greater evolution, and even to the level of saying, your life has been revolutionized. You're poised and ready to flow with these changes. So carry on and do tap into the divine support that's available, as you've done here today, to continue awakening over the next 7 years. And honor yourself, all of you. Honor yourself for being here, for choosing you on this first day of this new 2019 year of new beginnings. We are well aware that the cycle we ended in 2019 has seen Mother Earth and all her inhabitants going through a very slow and painful death of sorts of old systems, paradigms, and ways of being. For empaths and highly sensitive people, picking up on this energy has been brutal. I know I've felt it at times. I'm fine in 1 minute, and in the next minute I'm like, who is happening to me? Who is happening to me? What's going on here? It's now time for all of us, empaths, sensitives, healers, light workers, all of us, to open to what more the journey in this life holds for us and to get on with living our lives on purpose with strength and courage, knowing that the universe is supporting us in our shift and that the divine, our guides, the whole structure out there in the etheric is set up to support us to our success in moving through all of this. So as you begin moving through these new energies, hear the call that you show up and stand fully in the truth and light of you and honor your path, the path that brought you here and the path that's going to take you forward. Honor all of it. Keep your focus on where you're going, not where you've been, on what is going to happen, not what has already occurred. Instead of New Year's resolutions, consider writing and creating 3 powerful intention statements, I am statements, that express your goals and visions and dreams in the affirmative as if that which you seek is already the experience you are having. That's the power of the intention expressed as if it is already happening. So instead of New Year's resolutions, use these statements and it will assist you in tapping into and flowing the exponential expansion of the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix, the activation that we're going to do here today. In working on creating these intention statements that are going to support you in this exponential flow, consider these questions and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need next to feel connection to and passion in my life? How may I stand in my truth and light and be of service to myself and to the universe? What do I need to support myself? How do I stay balanced and centered? Am I looking after myself and taking good care of all of my bodies, physical, emotional, energetic, and spiritual? And then as you consider the answers to these questions from your heart, from the divine feminine perspective, not the mind, create 3 intention statements that reflect your answers, again, as if they are already happening now. Beginning with the words, I am, allows you to draw in the might and power of the divine. So, for example, an intention statement that's sort of broad and covers everything, I would recommend you breaking them up and making them smaller, but this is one that I've worked on over several years and daily affirmed in 2018. I am love, light, magnificent abundance, financially prosperous, and joyfully united with my beloved in service to the divine. So I'll repeat that. I am love, light, magnificent abundance, financially prosperous, and joyfully united with my beloved in service to the divine. That started as 3 different intention statements years back, and then as I began to become more skilled and familiar with working with these I am statements, I was able to put them together and to create this one mighty and powerful intention. So don't overdo it in the beginning. Keep it bite-sized chunks that you can believe, because while you are reaching forward, so to speak, looking forward more than reaching, to create these intention statements that reflect the experience of that which you seek as if it is already happening, it does need to be in a way, in a bite size that you can believe. For example, years ago, I forget how I put it because it was so something I didn't believe, but it had to do with $10,000 a month, and I didn't believe it back then. And so I said that. I had that intention. I held it. But I knew in my heart of hearts I didn't believe it. So that wasn't the one for me. That wasn't the proper productive use of an I am intention statement. I needed to chunk it down to something that stretched me but yet was still believable. So maybe $5,000 would have been better. I mean, at the time I said $10,000 a month, I had no income. Maybe an income would have been better. The point is, use your heart and soul to tap in to that longing from the divine feminine of what more wants to be born through you and then express it in the I am as if it has already happened. Then use those intentions, those 2019 intentions, on a daily basis, always seeing them as real as happening now. Let these intentions become a new form of meditation for you in this 2019 year of new beginnings. And it's really nice because you can do it at any time, anywhere. When you feel like you're dropping out or you're not exactly in the state where you want to be, you can affirm, I am love and light, magnificent abundance, financially prosperous, and joyfully united with my beloved in service to the divine, or whatever your intention statement is. Another one, a simple one, I am radiant, vibrant health. Again, that's one that developed. Started out, I've been working on health very seriously for 6 years, and in that time I had to work my way to I am radiant, vibrant health, and I do have radiant, vibrant health now. I didn't when I started, but I looked to it and I was willing to do the work and accept the guidance as to what shifts and changes I needed to make to embody that intention statement. So I worked with the I am intention statement to support me in achieving that which I sought the experience of, and over time supporting that intention statement with right action that allowed me to take good care of all of my bodies, physical, emotional, energetic, and spiritual. I am now in a state where I can say I am radiant, vibrant health. So this gives you an idea of how you can create and form and use these intention statements. And if you have any questions or would like a hand reviewing your intention statements, just shoot me an email. I'm happy to support you in creating the most powerful intention statement for you to use as you move into all of these new beginnings. So this work is also going to bring to the surface, as you knew it would, any remaining old, dense, heavy blocks and stuck points that are still in need of release. The energy of 2019 in January is pulling up all the residual crud to the surface so that you can finally clear the space to see and flow forward into the new expansive energy. You can't bring in more if there's no space. So it is essential that we always and continuously release that which does not serve, so that we have the room to bring in what does serve. It's just like it's actually just like your computer or your phone. When it's too full, you can't download any new apps or software or pictures or anything. You've got to get rid of some stuff to create the room on the storage bank in order for you to have more to receive. So too with clearing out in order to receive the new, you've got to create the space. So use January as a month of final clearing and release and of opening to your expansion and what more is possible for you in co-creation with the divine and the universe. Take time in January specifically. We always need stillness and silence, but in January, really set stillness and silence as a priority for yourself. Let this quiet month of holding the space for what you seek to create and manifest be the way you experience the entry into the new energies of 2019 and the 7-year cycle it's opening. Those of you who take this time to be still, to slow down and listen to the inner promptings that require silence to hear, are going to experience great results from this work. Those of you who don't make this time for yourself are likely to feel exhausted and pulled this way and that, to feel agitated and annoyed, off-center and out of balance. Why waste the time? It's not hard to be silent and still and to take that time for yourself in your day. So now is the time to get crystal clear and own the full capacity of you, using that time in silence and stillness to access what that full capacity is, to expand your limits and to do the work like you're doing here today in order to create a brand new blueprint for you and your life in 2019 and beyond. It is essential to this process to speak your truth to others and to yourself. This enhances the opening and the creation, the co-creation of all that's new for you when the divine hears you speaking the truth to yourself and others. The divine knows you're ready and will confer upon you evermore blessings, abundance, light, gifts, skills, and more. Remember, though, that the truth serves. If it doesn't serve, it's not the truth. It's something else, something egoic. So discern what is true and speak only truth to yourself and others under that rubric. Speaking the truth is going to open the way for great change with ease and grace. I am telling you from personal experience that the energy of speaking the truth is going to empower you, and there's a lot of grace fueling that action in 2019. So for most of you, whether it's been difficult for you to speak the truth in the past or not, you're going to have the experience of flow, and it's going to feel delicious to speak your truth. So with all of this in mind, let's begin moving into our journey in the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. As a little background, these things come to me. They're downloaded to me. They come to me in my meditation, and I follow the prompts of the divine in my service to the light as to what I am to do and how I am to serve. And so when the Fibonacci was given to me, that was a surprise because I wasn't a math person, but yet I understood what was going on, and I could do some research to satisfy that right brain, mental, mind part of myself to balance the left and the right with the inspiration and the how-to. I looked it up and continue to look up deeper layers of the use of the Fibonacci sequence and spiral as the work deepens for me. So the new way that this process has been coming through is using computer analogies, so motherboard, matrix, and the like. So that caused me, I had a general sense of what a matrix is, but I'm like, what's a Fibonacci spiral matrix? Well, I looked that up, and it turned out to be a lot of equations, so that really didn't tell me what I wanted to know. So I had to break it down in chunks, just like I was saying with the I am intention statements, break them down into believable chunks. I couldn't receive the full Monty of the Fibonacci spiral matrix, so I had to break the parts down. And that's when I learned that the actual definition of a matrix is an environment or material in which something develops. Okay, that makes sense to me. We're going to have the Fibonacci exponential expansion energy be brought into the matrix so that something more can develop. It's also, a matrix is also a surrounding medium or a structure, so that really began to make sense to me, that part of what we're going to do today is build a structure. Because what that means is that the Fibonacci spiral matrix is a structure that flows the frequency of exponential expansion of abundance, prosperity, of whatever you are bringing to the work. That's the work that we're going to do today, to tap into that exponentially expansive frequency and to create a Fibonacci spiral matrix or structure to support you in this work of opening to what more is possible for you. So now we begin the activation. Close your eyes. Sitting comfortably. Bring your attention to your third eye, that space between your eyebrows, right in the center of your head, and drop it down to your heart space. Imagine that you are inside your heart space, and you are from that center point going to extend or flow a brilliant diamond white light up from your throat, through your third eye, out your crown, and into the furthest reaches of the heavens where you will see, sense, feel or just imagine that there's a divine star point with your name on it, and you're going to lasso that star point with your white light, wrapping it around a few times so that you are securely connected to that divine, expansive energy that is you. And now, run the energy from your star point back down your white light and bring it all back down. See it re-enter your crown and flow down to the center point of your heart. From that same center point, imagine a grounding cord as wide as your physical body, a gold grounding cord, and you're going to send that down through your torso, down your legs, and out the soles of your feet into the center of Mother Earth. Send it all the way down to the center where there's a gold ball of grace light that you're going to lock your grounding cord into, and then you're going to pass it through to the other side of the earth where there's a crystalline cave. Just imagine it. And now sink your grounding cord into whatever part of that cave, the light, the energy, the color, whatever is drawing your attention in this crystalline cave, that's where you want to lock your grounding cord into. This will help you, this double grounding will help you stay present to the work and to be supported by Mother in opening and receiving the activation. So leaving your cord grounded in these two places, just run the energy from the crystalline cave up through your cord, drawing with it as it goes back up the golden grace light from the ball, and see it all re-enter the soles of your feet and flow up your legs and your torso back to the center point of your heart where it meets the white light from above. Now to create an enhanced state of stability, turn your attention to that center point where the two lights meet and imagine expanding it out into a column about arm's distance around you, and let it run from those 2 points below the crystalline cave and the gold ball all the way up through you to your star point above, and just feel into the synchronized state of stability that is created by the center point above and these center points below connecting with you. Allow the light that comes from these three stabilizing points to expand out and mix and merge and swirl and twirl all around in this column of support. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, let it all go and just feel into the supported state of being. And now we're going to connect with the universe, with the divine, with your higher selves, your I am presence by connecting with the zero set point of the grid. So imagine tapping a point at the center of your heart space and having that tapping activate a sphere of golden light and energy that surrounds you completely, expanding infinitely around you, as if this grace light structure is here to support you, because it is. Now return your attention to your heart space, imagining again that you are standing inside your heart space. Look deeper within and you will see a portal, an opening that you can pass through to your ascended high heart. It may be a point of light. You may see it as an opening. You can also just imagine this portal that you can pass through to your ascended high heart. Do that now. And there on the other side, to your right, is an elevator. I want you to walk over to that elevator. It's a glass box. And you're going to push, as you enter the elevator, push the number 22 and allow yourself to be lifted aloft to the 22nd dimension. Just observing whatever you see, sense, feel, or imagine along the way up to the 22nd dimension. When the doors open as you arrive there, step out, and you will see before you an opening that looks like a circular light is coming up from underneath the surface. I want you to walk to that opening and step into it right there in the center. Take a moment and feel into the energy that is rising from this circular path of light into your feet, calling it up into your legs, letting it flow up through your torso and out the crown of your head. Take another deep breath in, and on the exhale, let everything go that is not the truth and light of you. And you will begin to feel a sensation under your feet of some movement. You may experience it as a temperature sensation. It could be hot or it could be cold. It is the Fibonacci spiral beginning to activate from underneath your feet. And as it does, you have the sensation of being lifted up. It is as if the spiral is moving you higher. Allow it to lift you up, drawing whatever energy you need from the spiral, the Fibonacci spiral, to activate that space within you that is open to receiving more abundance, more prosperity, more health, more alignment with your purpose work and your passions, relationships that are more aligned with the truth and light of you, with all that you seek. Allow yourself now to receive the energy of exponential expansion through your feet. And as your body lifts aloft and these energies begin to fill in every little nook and cranny of your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies, you will feel the energy from the Fibonacci spiral begin to come out of your crown and cascade around you, all the way down under your feet, front, back, side to side. It is as if you are the flower and the stem, and the beautiful blossoms are opening around you, cascading down. Feel into this frequency, seeing the colors, feeling the energy, whatever sensations you feel as you become one with this fountain of the Fibonacci spiral moving around you. Just take it in, notice what you notice, and allow this energy to begin resetting your frequency to that of exponential expansion of abundance. Now imagine that you can step out of yourself and stand before you looking back as witness observer to what is happening and the structure that is being built around you, the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. The divine is inviting you to step out of yourself and stand as witness observer so that you have two different perspectives of experiencing the Fibonacci Matrix, that of being inside of it as it is building, and that of witness observer seeing what is being created around you, so that when you return back to the 3D world, you can take this work in these two layers, experiential and observational, with you to begin to repeat and use your matrix to assist you in flowing in the frequency of the Fibonacci spiral and of exponential expansion. So again, imagine that you have stepped out of yourself and are standing looking back at that aspect of you that is on the spiral within the fountain of the Fibonacci. And now from outside, where you experience that energetic flow coming out of you and then looping around and being pulled back in underneath your feet, it is as if you are the pump for this fountain. Now imagine that there are silver and gold and white light lines, the frame of the structure that is being laid around you, as if you are having a beautiful star built around you. Now, if your guides are saying, if some of you have the experience of this structure having a different shape, some of you are in a different level, allow the structure to build and take shape in accordance with what you are receiving. Imagine, for the rest of you, that there is a six-pointed star being built around you in 3D form. So it has a front, a back, sides, top, and bottom. And it is with those gold, silver, and white light energy, that grace light is filling in the lines of the star around you. It is creating a spaceship, as it were, your own Merkaba is being created around you to be the matrix to support the flowing, unfolding, infinite energy of the Fibonacci spiral. We will take a few moments in silence now to allow the universe and each of your guides to continue and complete the creation of the matrix around you. Feel into the state of flow and stability that is available to you from inside your Fibonacci matrix, and call in the witness observer, taking one last look, sealing in what this structure, what this matrix looks like to you. Call your witness observer self back. And now feel into the energetic flow of the energy from the Fibonacci spiral that is swirling in, through, and as your matrix. Notice that surrounding you in a circle are multitudes of divine beings of love and light. Take a moment to just look around, recognizing all the divine beings that have appeared now to support you in shifting your pathways, your neural pathways, your energetic frequency to the level that is available here in the 22nd dimension through the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. Notice that the heart light of each of these many divine beings is being activated and is extending out from their hearts to you into your heart space, front, back, side to side, allowing it to activate and entrain itself to the vibration of the Fibonacci spiral. Receive this additional up-leveling energy within your crystalline matrix and take a moment to allow it to flow in, through, and as you, receiving this divine love and support for your grand unfolding, knowing that this is your birthright. It is your birthright to open to all the new beginnings that 2019 and this new 7-year cycle hold for you. Open to what more the divine has for you to be, do, have, and create. Even if in this moment that only seems to you to be a sensation of hot or cold, of color or light, it matters not. Direct the divine to infuse what more is possible for you, what more divine missions await you, what more intuitive gifts are yours to experience. Let all of that seal in now in every aspect of your being and into the framework of your Fibonacci spiral matrix. You will feel the energy intensifying in whatever way that comes to you, as all the divine beings of love and light that are supporting you today in this shift, up-leveling, and reset of your frequency to the level of exponential expansion of abundance, create a pyramid, a diamond, 2 pyramids actually, around you. Immense, magnificent white light surrounds you, moves in, through, and as you receive it now. And from this expanded state, now declare 3 times, along with me, I am open and receptive to all good now. I am open and receptive to all good now. I am open and receptive to all good now. Take a deep breath in, sealing in everything that has happened here, letting everything that is not in vibrational harmony with this go on the exhale, releasing everything that no longer serves. And the Fibonacci spiral now begins to lower you down to that lighted circle, just feeling yourself gently moving back to the floor of the 22nd dimension. And as your feet touch that lighted circle, turn clockwise to your right, greeting, thanking, extending love to all of your team, your Wise One team, and all the divine beings who have come today to assist and support you in activating the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix with your individual signature on it. Step out of the circle and pause. Now here for some, you may want to send your Fibonacci Spiral Matrix out into the ethers for you to call it in later. For some, you may want to collapse it and tuck it into your pocket or your heart space, wherever you want to store it. And for others, you will just pull it in closer and leave it in place for the rest of this day and even for the rest of this month as you move into letting go of everything else that is ready to leave you, so that you may create space to open to more abundance and what more is possible for you. It is your choice in how to work with, use, call in, store, flow, whatever suits. It is your Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. Taking that in, move towards the glass elevator and step inside. Press the down button and feel yourself lowered back down to your sacred high heart, noticing whatever you notice, whatever you see, sense, or feel as you travel back to the sacred high heart. Step out of your elevator, pausing for a moment to take in the experience of everything that has happened here today, to seal in the new energetic vibration of the new beginnings available for you in flow with the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix. Walk towards the portal and pass through it to your heart space, pausing one more time to seal in to all of your bodies, mental, physical, emotional, spiritual, into the left and right brain, all the work that has happened today. Letting all that seal in. And now call all your conscious awareness back to you from wherever it is, top, bottom, side to side, front and back. Call all your conscious awareness back to you and imagine stuffing it into the central channel that runs like a tube from your crown to your root along your spine. You're just going to bring all the truth and light and all your conscious awareness back, stuffing it into that central channel, filling it with the truth and light of you. And now look to the right above your head. There's a light switch on the inner bounds of your auric field. Flip that light switch on and notice how brilliantly your aura is lit up, both because of your own brilliance and because of this energy work that you have done today, your light is shining magnificently. Now imagine pulling your aura close to you, like you're snuggling it all around you, almost as if it's a blanket. Pull it in, top, bottom, front, back, side to side. Snuggle right into it, and then pop it back out to its fullest extent. We do this to make sure that all the lining of your aura is intact and strong to protect you. Pull it in one more time. Just get all cozy and snuggly and delicious with this aura. And then spread it out to its fullest extent. Turn your attention to the outside of your aura and imagine applying hundreds of little tiny mirror tiles like in a disco ball all around the outside. Some of you have another process for shielding your aura. Whatever works for you, apply your shields now. We use these mirror tiles because they reflect back anyone's energy that comes towards you. It reflects back to them and does not enter your field, and yet, given the gaps between the tiles, your light can shine out and extend and be seen by all that it is in your highest interest to connect with. Whatever process works for you, now that you have shielded your aura, take a moment to breathe in all the work that you have done here today. And then as you slowly begin to come all the way back to now, right here, right now, with me, we say, Mother, Father, God, source of all that is, all divine beings, angels, guardian angels, archangels, masters, ascended masters, and everyone's wise one team who has been here today to assist us in the creation of the Fibonacci Spiral Matrix, in up-leveling our frequency to that of the exponential expansion of abundance, and for supporting us in these new ways of grounding and protecting our energies so that we can move forward and receive the new beginnings of 2019 with ease and grace. For this we give great thanks, extend much love, and so it is. When you are ready, you may open your eyes. Notice what you notice in the area and room where you are. Sometimes after this work, things look or feel or smell or seem different. Sometimes you feel nothing. The work is still working. And to that end, it is essential that you stay very grounded in the next week or so as the energetic shifts that we have called in today and put in place move into integration in the physical body, because the body is a denser sort of energy. It takes much longer for it to integrate. So during this time, drink a lot of water, stay very grounded, get out in nature, and whatever your body prompts you to do, more rest, maybe walk, maybe you need to eat more vegetables or protein. I am not giving you permission to indulge excessively in that which does not serve our physical body. I am directing you to listen and hear and feed and fuel and serve your body in the ways that it is calling for. As it shifts, your energy has already shifted, and now we need to allow the time for that shift and integration to occur on the physical. So do go slowly and gently and mindfully forward to allow yourself the time to allow the work we've done today to set into the physical. I am so very proud of each and every one of you for being here today, for being willing to do your work to shine and open, awaken, and expand. We all need to show up now more than ever in order to bring more light into Mother Earth and into all of the beings alive on the planet. Now is the time. This is the place. And you, my dear, are the one. Thank you so, so much for being here with me today. Much great love until we meet again.